Welcome guys, this is Melody FS Academy, and if this is your first time of coming across this channel, please do well to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell to get notified when we upload our weekly content. Okay, so this is the continuation of the smart money concepts trading model. Okay, in today's lesson we're going to be looking at the rejection block. Okay, we're going to be looking at the rejection block. And okay, so with that said, let's get started. So now, before we get down to the main topic of the day, okay, I wanted to take a look at this uh price action data. Okay, I want you to study the highs and the lows. Okay, what are your observations? What do you see from the highs and the lows? Okay, so I wanted to take a moment and pause this video and study the price action data before you tell me what you see is what you see are the highs and the lows. Okay, so now all right, going down further, you can definitely see that we had a bearish total soup sell, right? We have a run on liquidity on buy side liquidity, right? We have a bearish total soup sell, and we have a bullish total soup buy, right? So before this major move upward, we had a bullish total soup buy, and before this major decline, we had a bearish total soup sell. Okay, so now this is the classic smart money distribution and accumulation um of price that we are familiar with. Okay, that most of us are familiar with. Okay, the concept of run on liquidity. Okay, we are much more familiar with that. Okay, so but today we are going to be looking at another form of accumulation and distribution of price. Okay, and that is by way of the rejection block. Okay, although we have talked about it some time in the past, uh, it is I brought it up again because it is part of the smart money advanced model. Okay, so we can't skip it just because we have talked about it earlier. Okay, so now with that said, let's get down to the main topic of the day. Okay, so we are going to be looking at a bearish rejection block. Okay, we're going to be looking at the definition, and of course whatever I'm saying right now is just a reverse in the other way around for a bullish rejection block. Okay, so a bearish rejection block is when a price high has formed. Okay, it's when a price high has formed with long wick, okay, or wicks. Okay, so notice it can be a single wick or wicks, okay, on the high or highs. Okay, notice the singular and plural form of pronunciation right here. Okay, notice the word we have the plural form in the bracket. Okay, so it can be a single high, or it can be a good an old some old highs. Okay, it can be more than one candle, okay, of the candlestick. Okay, it can be candlesticks, it can be a single candle, it can be many candlesticks. Okay, and price reaches above the body of the candle or candles. Okay, to run buy side liquidity out before price declines. Okay, so now as we can see, we had this example right here. So this is a perfect example of a rejection block. Notice we had this long, very long wick. Okay, we had this very long wick. Okay, obviously what is resting above this old wick right now is buy side liquidity, right? So for smart money distribution phase, okay, we have to see some run on buy side liquidity, right? We have to see a move above the old high. We have to see it, in other words, we have to see a total soup sell, right? We have to see a total soup sell by way of run on liquidity above this old high. Okay, but when we talk about rejection block, price does not necessarily need to move to go above the old high. Okay, for distribution to take place, price does not necessarily need to go above this candle's old high. Okay, so it only needs to trade above the body. Okay, you only need to tap into the liquidity resting in the body of this old swing guy. Okay, so let's look at that further. Now as you can see, we had price made an attempt to go above this old high but it didn't, okay, and it declined. As you can see, price just came up and declined, without obviously reaching for the without obviously going above this previous old high. Okay, so as a smart money trader, if you were anticipating a bearish, a run on liquidity, and you saw this, okay, does that make this setup to be invalid? The answer is no. Okay, even when even though the price didn't go went above this old high to run liquidity as bearish total subset, okay, it actually did move above the bodies of the candle, the highest body of the candle right here, okay, which is this, the highest body, right? Price traded above it, okay, so that is enough. This is also a total subset, okay. This can also be considered as a run on liquidity, okay. This can also be considered as a run on liquidity, obviously, because price move above the candles, and there are going to be liquidity resting at the bodies of the candle, okay. It does not necessarily move, and does not necessarily need to move above the wicks, okay. So now this, at the same time, this indicates a failure swing too, okay. This indicates a failure swing too, right? And price is being, what this means is price is being heavily distributed, okay. This is being sold on weakness, okay. This is being sold on weakness, and this right here is price creating a higher high, okay. So by how do you determine that, okay? How do you get more understanding of this? To make it easier for you, all you have to do is to turn off the wick of the candles, right? And as you can see, we had turning off the candles wicks. You can see price indeed created a total subset, okay. Price went above this old high right here, okay, taking out the buy side liquidity resting above here, okay. So price tapped into it and sold off, okay. So when we talk about the concept of rejection block, okay, this is just a single wick candle, okay. It can be many, it can be more than one, it can be, in we can have multiple candles right here, okay. And when we have a scenario of anticipating a run on buy side liquidity, and if you see this kind of move, okay, maybe, and you see a failure swing, okay, price didn't make it above the previous old high, the previous, it doesn't make it above the wicks, okay, but it declined. That does not make the setup to be invalid, okay. That does not make the setup to be invalid. This is what is referred to as rejection block, okay. So there are going to be times, if you study old price actions, you're going to see there are times that we had major moves on total soups, okay, on total soup sales or buy. We have major moves away from on price trading from a rejection block, okay, without taking out the candle, without taking out the highs and lows of the candle. There are going to be, if you study old price actions data, you're going to see some major moves from some old highs or lows without price trading above the wicks, just the bodies, okay, just the bodies. And that is just what a rejection block is all about, okay. So that is one of the highest premium array or discount array, okay. When we get to putting everything together, we are going to understand how price seeks for these arrays, okay, one after the other, in the order at which price seeks for them, okay. So that is just all about this, about rejection block, okay. So I do hope we have found this video helpful. Please do well to subscribe to this channel. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, please do well to subscribe to this channel. And for those that have subscribed so far, we do appreciate you contributing to our growth. And until next time, stay safe and have a good trading week.